The next presidential debate happens in September. With more than 50 million people watching the first debate last night, there is no shortage of reaction to what the candidates had to say. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump wasting no time getting back on that campaign trail this morning to rally around their supporters. Biden made stops in New York, North Carolina. Trump spoke in Virginia.
The question every voter should be asking themselves today is not whether Joe Biden can survive a 90-minute debate performance, but whether America can survive 4 more years of crooked Joe Biden in the White House.
I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to. But I know what I do know. I know how to tell the truth.
Both candidates trying to sort of control the narrative around last night. We have team coverage for you. Rachel Louise Just following the Trump campaign.
But we begin with our Ben Brown on what the debate means for the Biden campaign and how they do or do not move forward.
It was a disappointing night, to be honest with you. He had a rough night.
This will be Virgil Cain's third national convention as an Arizona delegate for the Democratic Party.
I don't know what to expect. I think he's got, he's still got it. He had a really bad off night. He started off rough and he got a little better.
Like Cain, Mayor Ken Budge, who is also a delegate for the Arizona Democratic Party, acknowledged Biden's tough night on the debate stage, but is still confident in the president.
Do you have any concerns when it comes to Biden after what you heard?
My only concern is that we for sure need to keep Trump out of the White House. We don't need a liar like that back there and convicted felon. So I am a committed Biden delegate.
A similar sentiment shared by Cain.
I'm a Biden delegate, and until something changes, I continue to be a Biden delegate. I have faith in him.
Both men will actually cast votes for Arizona at the DNC. We asked State Representative and Biden surrogate Stacey Travers about rumors and media reports stemming from the debate about pushing Biden to step aside before the convention.
Should that be a concern for the Biden campaign?
Not at all. I haven't heard anything from anybody here in Arizona. I do think he actually gave a strong performance. I mean, if you close your eyes and listen to what the substance of both candidates said, I think Biden was very strong.
Biden held a rally earlier Friday in North Carolina, where he reaffirmed his commitment to staying in the race.
When you get knocked down, you get back up.
Democratic strategist Andy Barr said Biden will have to use his time on the campaign trail now until Election Day to reassure voters he's the man for the job.
And they're going to need to prove that last night was an aberration. They're going to need to demonstrate that's not who he is in day-to-day life.
Keep in mind the convention isn't until late August. Now let's check in with the Trump campaign and his supporters with my colleague Rachel Louise Just.
As Democrats consider their options, some Republicans are capitalizing on Thursday's debate to further their own races down ballot. It wasn't just voters watching the debate closely, but also candidates.
Ruben Gallego is in lockstep with Joe Biden.
Friday at a grocery store in Levine, Republican Senate candidate Kari Lake criticizing Biden's performance.
Joe Biden is obviously not fit for office. And considering that Ruben Gallego is a Joe Biden mini-me, I think it's easy to say that Ruben Gallego is not fit for office.
Utah Senator Mike Lee joining Lake, going further, saying the 25th Amendment should be invoked for Biden.
It should happen, and I think those officials need to be asked over and over again.
That amendment says if enough cabinet members and the vice president vote to declare a president unfit for office, the VP could take on presidential duties.
Would you support invoking the 25th Amendment as well?
I think they should look into that. I'm very, very concerned. As a mother, I'm very concerned.
Other candidates took a different route.
I don't know that the outcome of the debate was really going to affect our Senate race here in Arizona. I think we impact that.
Senate Republican candidate Mark Lamb saying the debate will have repercussions, but it won't change his race.
I think what's going to affect our race is our ability to get out and really connect with the voters of Arizona.
Lake, however, has continued to align Democratic candidate Ruben Gallego with Biden, tweeting out that Gallego votes with Biden 100% of the time. According to 538, that holds true. For ABC 15's political team, I'm Rachel Louise Just.